Alrighty. Welcome. I hope you aren't afraid of the dark, because we're about to scare you. We're about to scare you a little bit. There's an old story. I won't give any names to protect the innocent, but there's an old story that goes kind of like this. There was a boy, young boy. He used to go out and play and have a good time, and he was older now, and so his parents gave him more freedom to wander out, and so he decided he'd go down to the creek and skip stones. And he was never seen or heard from after that. And of course, the parents thought of foul play. They looked for clues. They looked for gunshot wounds, blood anywhere, something, anything. He's just gone without a trace. Nobody seemed to know where the hell he went either. Nobody had seen him. It's just like he vanished into thin air. But then, about a year later, people started coming up missing also from that neighborhood. People started coming up missing. And there was one person swore he could see a hairy creature running in the dark of the night. But he couldn't quite make it out what it was. He thought it was a dog at first, but he wasn't sure. Now, what am I talking about? Well, obviously I'm talking about a werewolf, right? But did you know that werewolves are real? Kinda. They're kinda real. I say, Vaughn, that's crazy. Werewolves are a work of fiction. Not exactly. Not exactly. See, you have a disease out there called lycanthropy. And lycanthropy, what it does is it creates hair all over your face and all over your body. And, there's other traits as well. You seem to prefer nighttime. You seem to prefer cooler nights even. And, but you got hair all over your face especially and all over your body. And it's called lycanthropy. It is a real disease. And it was the premise for werewolfism, if that's a word. But that was the whole premise for being a werewolf, is lycanthropy, a real disease. And somebody wanted me to talk about this, and I guess I should, because I've never really talked about it before. But yeah, lycanthropy is a real disease, and it is the basis for all these werewolf stories that you hear about. But some of them, ironically though, some of them are based on truth, where people actually go missing. And then when they can't come up with an answer for why they go missing, guess what? Oh, they whip out the werewolf thing. Oh, he must have changed into a werewolf, and that's why we never see him anymore. That's why he never comes back. Similar to the story I just gave you. But that's how it all got started. It's a real disease. It really does exist. But, it's the basis for a lot of scary stories. And, with Halloween coming up, I just, I thought I would discuss lycanthropy and, let you know what it's about and stuff. But yeah, it's a real disease, and hair all over the body. You prefer to be out at night, preferably cool nights, and so yeah, it's very real. It's not a figment of my imagination. And yes, I see I'm going past the 4-minute mark. But it's a very real disease. It's not a figment of my imagination, or anyone else's for that matter. And that was the impetus for werewolf stories and whatnot. So I thought I would let you know about this, because, somebody asked me, said, well, Vaughn, can you talk about lycanthropy? Yes, I can, and I just did. But yeah, it is a real disease. And so if you're just now tuning in, lycanthropy is where we get werewolves from. And who knows? Maybe there's a little more to it than that. You never know. But anyway, I just thought I'd share, as we creep up on 5 minutes. I just thought I'd share and let you know, with it being Halloween coming up and all, I thought I'd share an interesting little story that you may or may not be aware of. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Y'all have a pleasant day, and a better tomorrow. Bye.